Dr. Whitaker, have you heard that there's a new hearing device?
I have. We get excited when new hearing aids launch, right? Yes.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
We're going to unpackage this thing.
Come on.
Oticon came out with a new hearing aid. Their new hearing aid is called the Intent. We want to take a first look at it. We don't have a lot of information on it, right?
Except for I love the name Intent.
Oh.
Living intentional.
Intentional.
Being intentional. Having purpose. Like this hearing device better be awesome.
So first impression, good name?
Good name so far.
Okay.
Let's see it.
Good, let's check it out. So
let's unbox
we're going to do a little unboxing. We got
they said there will be a new charger. It's more efficient.
That's what they say. We know a little bit.
Remember the old charger, the clunker? Like of all the hearing aids and their chargers, Oticon had the biggest, like it was like a saucer.
Spaceship. This is the flying saucer. Yeah.
And now,
well, let's look at the hearing aid first. You okay with that?
Yeah,
we'll get to the charger too.
We'll get to the charger, okay.
But okay.
Ooh.
Look at this pretty little guy. You want to see this guy?
Give me the lefty. Okay.
Here's a lefty.
Okay.
So Oticon has sent us a set of demo hearing aids. We usually like to wear these hearing aids. We usually like to play with it ourselves, see what it feels like on our own ears, see what it sounds like, see how it pairs to our phones, see how the programming goes. We haven't had a chance to do any of that yet. But first impressions, we liked the name. What else we seeing here?
I'm seeing a slightly shorter, not as tall.
It's a different body style.
Little body style.
That's the first thing I noticed.
Look at the bend on the top.
It's got an angle to it.
So the old one had an angle, but not a long angle.
That one's got
so we're going to
sharp,
see if that's helping us be more intentional.
Okay.
We're going to see if that helps.
Okay, yes.
Wow.
I like that.
So that's interesting. It looks like they still are choosing to put the microphone inlets on the side instead of on the top for that.
Kind of nice they don't get clogged as easily when they're coming in from the side. You know what I noticed right off the bat too? I can tell they're charging it a little bit different. You mentioned a new charger. I see
some metal, some alloy.
I see some metal right there. So this is probably some contact points for the charger, and then maybe a magnet to help it really sit in place when you put it in the charger.
Kind of do the old suction job.
I kind of want to see the charger.
Yeah.
Should we check out this charger?
Supposed to be more efficient, smaller. Let's see, is it smaller?
Oh,
it is a little smaller.
So my guess is they probably have different chargers. This looks like a desktop charger. But it's definitely not the Flying Saucer, because the Flying Saucer was a desktop too.
Well, that's the thing, is it looks a lot like the desktop style is the same, but just smaller. It is smaller.
Throw that guy in there. Let's see if those magnets grab it.
Let's see. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a grab.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's nice.
I want to do it.
Yeah. Whoop.
Hello. Okay. So yeah.
And then out. Yep, just as easy coming out. So that should be very user-friendly, actually.
So we're looking at new body style. It obviously looks different. I would say it's a little smaller than their previous model, maybe a little shorter. Definitely a different shape, different angle.
They're sticking with the, well, they've gone with the long horizontal button in the past, and then they went to a shorter, stubby, wider button, and now it looks like they're coming back to the longer button.
And if I press that button, it's interesting. It doesn't feel like a toggle switch, does it? Are you getting that?
What we're finding is that at the very top, it doesn't push in, and then as you work towards the bottom, there's the button. So
it's a long button, but you only can really press it on the bottom edge of the button.
That'll be interesting to see how that's received by our patients. It feels fine to me.
That's different.
Yeah.
One thing I've heard about the name, the Intent, is one of the reasons it got its name is that it's supposed to be able to have sensors in the device that can tell a listener's intent. So I mean, we're getting into some interesting stuff. Oticon does tend to use AI. At least they use that terminology a little more than other hearing aid companies. So the intent of the Intent, as I understand it, is that it's supposed to know a listener's intent on who they're trying to hear. So it's actually got body sensors in it, so that as you turn your head, turn your body, and again, this is very preliminary stuff that I've heard, but as you turn and move, the hearing aid is able to sense, oh, you must be trying to hear this person, or ooh, now it sounds like maybe you're trying to hear this person.
Have we heard anything about how it works with the cell phone? Or
haven't heard, except I have heard that it does have the low energy Bluetooth audio, which so it appears to be Auracast ready.
Yes,
so as Auracast and low energy Bluetooth audio is becoming more of a thing, these are ready for it.
Super competitive little device then. That's great.
Do you know what I'm noticing? Look at the angle of that receiver.
Yeah.
That's a different receiver.
Different wire.
So yeah, the receiver is the fancy term for the wire and loudspeaker, and it's got a real heavy bend to it.
It does.
Now for my ear, that tends to fit my ear way better.
Does it? Well.
Than others. So I'm kind of excited to try that on. In fact, I'm going to slip this on. I've never put one of these on.
The wire looks a little short for me in my big ear.
Maybe a little short, but the angle looks really nice. Ooh, yeah.
It's a little short. Popping a wheelie up there. But
it's maybe a little short, but I really like, what I was interested in is how it feels in my ear. Yeah. That angle's good for me. That's a good angle.
Always handsome, Dr. Whitaker, always.
Yeah, what can I say?
That's actually the right color for you.
Ooh,
Are you going home with these babies?
Hello. I might have to play with these today.
We'll have to lengthen his wire, but it looks good. I'm excited.
Cool.
This is fun.
We're excited. New product?
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Come check it out.